Well, today on Chuck and Dirt, we are at an 1892 home site. It's a beautiful piece of property, about an acre of land. And as you can see, we have some extremely large old trees here, which is very, very encouraging. I do know that the lady who lives here has already had the property searched once. I guess she lost a piece of jewelry a while back and had some detectives come out to look for it. I don't know what else they found, but that doesn't mean anything. There's no such thing as hunted out ground. Look at this tree. Look at that. Whew. That one is a monster. And over on this side of it, they have a rope tied to a limb way up there. So there must be somebody here who does some kind of climbing or something like that. That's really something. Anyway, it looks like nobody's home yet, but I think I'm allowed to get started. So we'll get started, and hopefully the owner will come along sooner or later. All right, let's go. History awaits. First hole, messy 65 signal. Right here in front of the house, pretty close to the front door. Dug this beautiful iron back button. Don't know how old it is, but it's quite lovely. Have a look. Isn't that nice? Look at that. It's beautiful. I don't recognize the pattern. But it's neat. Isn't that nice? Back heavily corroded because it's iron. But I don't know how old this is. I'm going to need to hit up my friends at the Appleseed Valley Relic Seekers and maybe over on ID Me or one of my other resources to fill me in. But you know what? Even if it's not old, I don't care. This is a really cool button that's going to look great in a Riker mount. Awesome. First hole, first dig. Let's see what else there is. All I know is the property's been hunted once before, and it took me one swing to find something. So let's hope that the previous detectorists were not very careful. Let's patch this up. Whew. Oh my god, the roots. This signal was about, God, almost a foot down. It's crazy. And I'm right at the base of this ginormous tree. Looks like a melm. It's a melon tree hole. Looks like a maple or an elm. I think it is a maple. Melm. I'm a little tuckered out. I had to pull a bunch of dirt out of this hole. Had to work it hard. There's so many roots that I cut through a bunch of them. A bunch of square nails in there, but I did finally find the target. I'm quite pleased. Have a look. I mean, we've found these before, but this one's a little bit unique. Have a look. It is a suspender clip, late 1800s style. Beautiful fancy on it. You can see it sort of there. There's a lot of dirt, but it has this ring hanging on it. The ring actually came unhooked at first, but it went right back on. I've never seen one with the ring still attached, the loop or whatever you call it. Look at that fancy. Isn't that pretty? I don't see any writing, so I don't think I'm going to get a patent date on it, but we can pretty much feel safe to assume that it's late 1800s. It's about the exact same style. Quite lovely though. Good find. Definitely a good find. It was way down. Look at all those roots I had to cut through, and of course there were square nails in the hole. There always are. Anyway, not bad, not bad. I was starting to get a little bit discouraged because after that button, all I was finding was modern change. I was starting to wonder if it was the 30-second curse, but no. All right, let's keep plugging along. We're definitely going to have to come back. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this property in one day. It's too big, and with this much rooty roots in the soil, every dig is a real piece of work. Anyway, that's a beautiful piece of history. I'm glad we saved it. It'll look good in a Riker mount, and we'll get this all cleaned up and move on. See what the next find. Sometimes fate is cruel. I have been digging on this spot for about 20 minutes, working in a space where I have about that much room to maneuver, under a huge tangle of roots to get a 6-inch deep 80 signal. Look at this. Way down in there. Goes way down. I should turn on the torch. Let's try that. Yeah. I was way down in there under this huge mess of roots. There are roots going every which way here. The only thing I could dig with was the screwdriver. And after all that work, what did I retrieve? A wheat penny. I haven't been able to read the date on it. Not even an Indian head penny after all that work. Holy smokes. Wow. But I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. We'll patch this up. We'll move on. The house is 1892. There must be something around here. Must be something. Can't all just be that little button and that suspender clip. Wow. Oh, that was a lot of work. All right. All right, let's not dwell. Let's move on. See what else is here. McGird. I have been at this for quite some time, at least 3 hours now, and the heat is high and the humidity is ugh. And I was getting a little discouraged because I've been ranging all over this front lawn, and just modern change. Couldn't get over a 6-inch signal to save my life until now, and hallelujah, it's something worth digging. Have a look. It's actually really good. Have a look. You see? Let me try zooming in a little bit. That is a lovely Indian head penny, and the year on that puppy is 1870. 1870. What a beauty. Lovely little coin. And man, did I work for it. I really, really worked for this one. Whew. Pretty deep. Down a good 6 inches. I don't know if you can see that little tiny flat impression right there. That's where it was. When I finally pried the plug up, this thing was actually sitting on the shovel blade. It dropped off the plug and onto the shovel. So, whew. Yeah, very nice. Beautiful coin. Beautiful coin. Oh, can't be beat. Alright. Well, now that I finally found something worth digging, I don't want to stop, even though it's getting late. But, yeah, we'll keep going for a little bit. See what else we can dig up. Well, it's getting late. I really got to get going. Sun's down, and I don't want to overstay my welcome here. I'm going to have to come back, though. A lot more land to do. I haven't even touched the backyard or the yard on the other side of the driveway. Yeah, there's a lot of ground to cover. I got a weird signal here. This is not what I was expecting. 75, 76. Thought it was going to be another zinc penny, fairly shallow. Nope. It's a panda. Oh, he's so cute. Okay, I found a panda. Amanda? Dude, that's probably not even her real name. No, a panda. Movie reference for those of you who have seen the movie. Anyway, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's it. Found a panda. That's a first for me. It's a first. All right, we got to get out of here. Let's clean this up and we'll go do a wrap up. All right, my lovelies. That's the end of the hunt. So let's have a look and see what we dug today. Quite a few things. So you'll see what I meant about getting discouraged digging modern change. Look at all the pennies I dug. 5, 10, 15, 20, 22, and a third. 22 1/3 pennies. Now there are a few wheat pennies in there, but think about that. Each one of those is a hole. So that's 23 holes that I dug today that had a modern penny in it at depth. We got a couple pieces of lead sheeting. It's very soft. You know, you can bend it by hand. This sort of stuff would have been used for gutters, gutter pipes, spouts, solder, everything. I mean, they used lead for everything. We dug a lot of junk. We dug a lot of junk today. There's part of a light bulb, lots of nails, coils of wire, a little piece of copper pipe, bits and doodads, a sheet of copper, some sort of a sheet of tin, another sheet of tin. There's a whole pile of them, tons of little targets in there. There's a whole bunch in there that are quite small, but I dug them all. In the more interesting department, we got this piece of a toy revolver. It's got some patterning on it. Didn't really clean it up. I might be able to find out what kind of revolver it is or who made it based on the patterning, if I can get a better look. We got this cute little Panda. It was attached to that small dingus. It was on the loop. This may have been a zipper pull or a bracelet charm, don't know what. That is the hood of a Matchbox car. This was the last thing I dug. This rang up really loud. It's quite chunky. It says Ballantine Ale on it. Now, I don't know anything about booze, so I don't know if that's like a modern thing or an old thing. This is made out of copper. Clipped onto something, presumably a box of Ballantine Ale or something. Anyway, I'll look that up when I get home and see if it's got any age to it. We had this lovely suspender clip and loop. We had a shotty right in the middle of the front yard. What the heck a shotgun shell head stamp is doing there, don't know. We had our first find of the day, the very first hole. This very, very pretty button with some sort of heraldic creatures on it. Very nice, but it's ironback, so I don't think it's that old. And, of course, the find of the day was this lovely 1870 Indian head penny, which I have not yet toothpicked, but I will. You probably have already seen the high-res pictures by now. Anyway, that was our hunt. That was a lot of holes. A lot of holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus 22, 23. That's 33 holes for this stuff. And then each one of those things in there is another hole. So probably 60 to 70 holes were dug today. And of course the lawn looks fine. A lot of work. A lot of work. But we did land at least one article that has a date of 1870. And I'm willing to bet the suspender clip is from the same era. Did I say 1780? 1870. I think the suspender clip is probably also from that era. 1880s, 1890s, something like that. House was built 1892, so that's right on target. So at least we did find a couple of period items that line up nicely with the construction of the house. So we got a lot more to do. We'll have to come back maybe in a few days. I might bring a friend. We'll see. I think the next day I have available to hunt, it's going to be raining, so it may not happen. We'll see. We will swing what we can when we can. All right. All right, well, thank you for joining me. It was a pleasure having you along with me. I hope you had a good time. I hope you'll hit that like button and subscribe button, and I hope you will join me on the next hunt.
Panda says, like and subscribe.
It's a melon tree hole. Melm. I'm a little tuckered out.